Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's a really amazing news. Yeah, the physical differences between men and women are all too obvious, but the biological divide goes right down to the cellular level in the brain, according to a new study published in the journal Science. Viewers, we have known for a long time that men and women face different risks for brain disorders such as depression and Alzheimer's, but we have not always known why. Although this latest research does not directly answer this, but it could help us better understand the underlying biology. Viewers, most previous research has focused on broad sections of brain tissue, but in the study, but a team of researchers analyzed more than 1 million nuclei from 6 different cortical regions from 30 donors. Previous MRI scans of these brain regions had shown physical differences in size or volume between the sexes. The scientists wanted to see if gene activity matched the physical differences seen on the scans. The technique they used was single nucleus RNA sequencing, which allows researchers to examine the genetic instructions within individual cells. Specifically, the focus was on how gene expression varies across different cell types and regions. So, the study identified more than 3,000 genes that differ in expressions between males and females. And these differences included how genes are turned on or off and how active genes are in producing RNA messages that guide protein production. What more? Yeah, they are not spread evenly across the brain, as the team explains. Broader effects of sex on autosomal expressions are captured in 13 crore signatures with varying cell type versus regions specificity. For example, the differences were much stronger. A higher number of genes were behaving differently in certain areas like the fusiform cortex, which is part of the brain involved in face recognition and complex visual processing. And also some of the strongest variations were seen in glial cells which insulate neurons, but perhaps not super singly. The biggest differences were in the sex chromosome genes X and Y. So, hundreds of genes across the entire genome are also influenced by sex. So, when it comes to disease risks, the study found that some of the genes showing sex differences are the same ones linked to brain conditions that affect men and women differently, such as autism, ADHD, Alzheimer's disease, and mood disorders. So, this study substantially advances the breadth, depth, and granularity of our knowledge on sex differences in the human brain, added the team. Amazing, sir. BNS exclusive report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.